Close your eyes. Take a breath in, slow and full, and let it go. Feel the day begin to loosen its hold on you. Feel your shoulders drop slightly, your hands uncurl, the muscles around your eyes soften. There is nowhere to be right now. There is nothing waiting. The only thing that exists in this moment is your breath, and the quiet and the gentle story that is about to take you somewhere warm and forgotten and exactly right. Breathe in and out again. Let the world outside fall away like rain running off a window pane. It was there, and now it is not. And here, in the quiet, in the dark, in the space between waking and sleeping, there is only this. Imagine a street you have never walked before. It is evening, and it is raining. Not a heavy rain, just the soft, persistent kind that turns the pavements dark and makes the air smell of wet stone and something green underneath. The street lamps are on, their light doubled in the puddles below, and the few people still outside are moving quickly, heads down, umbrellas tilted against the weather. You are not moving quickly. You have nowhere particular to be, and the rain does not bother you. Not tonight. Tonight the rain feels like company rather than inconvenience, a gentle presence that fills the silence between the sounds of the city and makes everything feel softer, more contained, more private. You walk slowly. The street is old, older than the city around it, older than the buildings that press close on either side. The cobblestones beneath your feet are uneven and dark with rain, worn smooth by more years of footsteps than you can imagine. On either side, tall, narrow buildings lean slightly toward each other overhead, the way old buildings do, as though they have been slowly conversing across the street for centuries and have gradually leaned in to hear each other better. Most of the shops are closed. Their windows are dark, their signs turned. A bakery with a rolled-down metal shutter. A tailor's with a single lamp left on inside, just visible through a gap in the curtain. A florist with empty buckets outside, the flowers gone for the night. And then, at the far end of the street, around a slight bend that you almost missed, a light, warm and amber, the color of old paper and candlelight, spilling out across the wet cobblestones in a soft rectangle. Above the door, a small wooden sign swings slightly in the rain, its letters worn almost smooth, but legible if you look closely enough. Books. Just that. Just the one word. You stop outside and look in through the window. Floor to ceiling shelves. That is the first thing you see. Shelves running from the floor all the way up to a ceiling that is higher than you expected, packed so full of books that there is barely an inch of space between them. Books standing upright. Books stacked horizontally across other books. Books piled on top of each other in small, precarious towers on the corners of shelves. Books so old their spines have no words left on them, and books so new they still look faintly surprised to be here. A bell above the door rings softly as you push it open. The smell reaches you before anything else. It is one of the finest smells in the world, old paper and dust, and the faint sweetness of dried ink and leather binding. Underneath everything, a note of something warm and slightly spiced, perhaps from a candle somewhere toward the back of the shop. It is a smell that belongs to no other place in the world except a bookshop that has been here for a long time and has no intention of changing. You step inside. The door swings closed behind you, and the sound of the rain becomes muffled and distant, the way sound does when you enter a room full of books. All that paper absorbing everything, softening everything, creating a particular quality of quiet that you do not get anywhere else. The shop is small and deep, narrow at the front, extending much further back than seems possible from the outside, the way certain old buildings have interiors that exceed their exteriors, as though the space inside operates by slightly different rules. A narrow aisle runs between the shelves, barely wide enough for two people to pass, and off this main aisle, smaller passages branch away into sections that disappear around corners. At the very back, where the main aisle ends, there is a chair, and beside the chair, on a small table, a lamp, the source of the warm amber light you saw from the street. And beside the lamp, a cup of something still steaming, as though someone knew you were coming. You make your way through the shelves slowly. There is no hurry. There is never any hurry in a place like this. You trail your fingers lightly along the spines of the books as you pass, feeling the different textures, the smooth cloth covers and the rough linen ones, the cold slickness of a newer dust jacket, the grainy leather of something very old. Each one a world, each one a night someone spent writing, and other nights other people spent reading, and all of those nights somehow contained in these few inches of spine. You reach the chair at the back. It is deep and worn, the kind of chair that has held many people over many years. You can see it in the way the cushion has settled, the way the armrests have been touched so many times the fabric there has gone a shade darker. You sit down, and the chair receives you with a softness that feels personal, as though it has been waiting for exactly your weight, your shape, your particular kind of tiredness tonight. You wrap your hands around the cup on the table beside you. It is warm, wonderfully, specifically warm, the heat traveling immediately through your palms and into your fingers. It smells of chamomile and something else, something mild and herbal that you cannot name, but that your body seems to understand. You take a slow sip and feel the warmth travel all the way down, settling somewhere central, somewhere deep. Outside, the rain falls on the roof. Here, inside, surrounded by all these books and this amber light, you can hear it clearly. A steady, soft drumming that has been going on all evening and will go on all night, patient and unhurried and completely indifferent to anything happening below it. It is the perfect sound for this place. You make your way through the shelves slowly. There is no hurry. There is never any hurry in a place like this. You trail your fingers lightly along the spines of the books as you pass, feeling the different textures, the smooth cloth covers and the rough linen ones, the cold slickness of a newer dust jacket, the grainy leather of something very old. Each one a world, each one a night someone spent writing, and other nights other people spent reading, and all of those nights somehow contained in these few inches of spine. You reach the chair at the back. It is deep and worn, the kind of chair that has held many people over many years. You can see it in the way the cushion has settled, the way the armrests have been touched so many times the fabric there has gone a shade darker. You sit down, and the chair receives you with a softness that feels personal, as though it has been waiting for exactly your weight, your shape, your particular kind of tiredness tonight. You wrap your hands around the cup on the table beside you. It is warm, wonderfully, specifically warm, the heat traveling immediately through your palms and into your fingers. It smells of chamomile and something else, something mild and herbal that you cannot name, but that your body seems to understand. You take a slow sip and feel the warmth travel all the way down, settling somewhere central, somewhere deep. Outside, the rain falls on the roof. Here, inside, surrounded by all these books and this amber light, you can hear it clearly. A steady, soft drumming that has been going on all evening and will go on all night, patient and unhurried and completely indifferent to anything happening below it. It is the perfect sound for this place. Behind the lamp, further back in the shadows where the shelves end and the wall begins, there is a candle. You had not noticed it before. It is small, set in a plain holder on a high shelf, its flame so still in the protected air of this back corner that it looks almost painted. A perfect teardrop of orange and gold, absolutely motionless, casting a faint second light on the spines of the books nearest to it. Someone placed it there deliberately, not for reading. It is too far back, too dim for that. Simply for the quality of light it adds to the room. The way a candle changes a space, not by illuminating it exactly, but by giving the darkness texture, by making the shadows warm rather than cold, by saying, "This is not emptiness, this is inhabited, this is a place where someone has been and will be again." You watch the flame for a while. It does not move. The books around it do not move. The shadows on the ceiling are perfectly still. The rain on the roof is the only thing in the world that is not still, and even it has found its rhythm now. Steady, regular, almost musical if you let it be. You let it be. Your thoughts are very quiet now, not absent. You can still feel them somewhere at the edge of things, the shapes of the day's concerns, but they have lost their edges. They are soft now and distant, and growing more so with every slow breath you take. The cup beside you is cool. Your hands are still loosely wrapped around it, not for warmth anymore, but simply because they are there, and it is there, and neither has moved for a long time. This is what rest feels like. Not the forced rest of lying awake trying to sleep, the effortful stillness of a body that has not yet let go, but the real thing, the natural thing, the rest that comes when you stop trying and simply arrive at the place the body has been moving toward all along. You are here. You have arrived. You let your eyes move slowly over the shelves nearest to you. The books here are older than the ones at the front. You can tell by the thickness of the dust on the top edges, by the way some of them have darkened with age from whatever color they once were to a uniform deep brown. Their titles are in languages you recognize and languages you do not: poetry, philosophy, natural history, travel writing from places that no longer exist by the names given in the titles. One book catches your attention, not because of its title, which you cannot quite read from here, but because of its color. A deep, faded blue, the color of the sea in old paintings, the color of distance. It has been on this shelf for a long time. It was read once, perhaps many times, and then placed back here, and has been waiting ever since. You do not take it down. You simply look at it and feel something that has no precise name. A quiet kind of tenderness for old things, for things that have lasted, for the patience of objects that simply continue without needing to be used or noticed or understood. The lamp beside you flickers very slightly, not going out, just breathing. The light shifts for a moment, the shadows on the shelves moving gently, and then everything settles again. The amber glow is steady and warm and close, a small circle of light in a room that extends away into dimness in every direction, the shelves receding into a softness that is not quite darkness. You feel the weight of all these books around you, not a heavy weight, a comfortable one. The accumulated weight of all the words ever written in all these pages, all the thoughts and stories and arguments and descriptions, all the lives lived and imagined, all the mornings and evenings and midnights that went into the writing of them. It presses gently on you from all sides, and it is one of the most comforting feelings you have ever had. You are held by the chair, by the light, by the rain on the roof, by all these words. The rain has settled into its night rhythm, not heavier, not lighter, just settled, the way rain does when it has committed to the whole night and is no longer in a hurry to get anywhere. You can hear it on the roof above you clearly from here, at the back of the shop, a steady, even sound that underlies everything else and makes the silence between the sounds richer rather than emptier. Your breathing has slowed. You notice this the way you notice things when you are becoming very relaxed, from a slight distance, with mild interest, as though it is happening to someone near you rather than to you directly. Your chest rises and falls slowly. Your hands rest loose around the cup, which has cooled now to something less than warm. Your legs are heavy. Every part of you that was tense has softened. The thoughts that were pressing earlier, the things you were supposed to do, the conversations you were replaying, the plans forming and dissolving. They are still there somewhere, but they have lost their urgency. They are like sounds from outside the bookshop, present, real, but separated from you by all this paper and wood and quiet, by the thickness of these walls and the warmth of this lamp and the steady voice of the rain. You can think about them later. Tomorrow, in the light, everything will be clearer and simpler and more manageable than it feels right now. The hard things will still be hard, but they will have edges again, shapes you can work with. Right now, in this chair, in this shop, in this rainy evening, they are simply shapes without edges, and you do not have to do anything with them. Let them be. Let them drift. On the shelf directly in front of you at eye level, there is a very thin book, almost a pamphlet really, its cover plain and pale. You cannot read the title from here. It does not matter. You look at it without trying to understand it, the way you look at the rain, simply registering its presence, its color, its particular quality of stillness. Your eyelids are heavy. Something has shifted very quietly while you were not paying attention. The boundary between being here and being somewhere else has become very thin. You are still aware of the chair, the lamp, the rain, but only just, the way you are aware of music playing in another room when you are almost asleep. It is there, it is real, but it is not quite requiring anything of you anymore. Your breath is very slow. In, a long, easy intake. Out, longer still, a gentle release that seems to carry something with it each time. Some small remaining tension, some last held thing, until there is almost nothing left to release, and you are simply breathing, simply here, simply present in the most minimal possible way. The lamp will burn for hours yet. The rain will fall all night. The books will stand in their shelves, patient, full, unchanged, until morning comes slowly through the rain-streaked windows and finds them exactly where they were. And you will be here too, sleeping, held by the chair and the quiet and the smell of old paper and the sound of rain on a roof that has heard rain for longer than you have been alive. There is nowhere else to be. There is nothing else to do. Only this, only now, only the soft, inevitable dark that is already here, already around you, already complete. Let it have you. The lamp burns on. It will burn for a long time yet. Whoever lit it knew what they were doing, filled it generously, set the wick at exactly the right height for this quality of light, this particular warmth that is neither too bright to be soothing nor too dim to feel safe. The rain falls on the roof. The books stand in their shelves, patient and full, holding all their words quietly in the dark. And you are here, in the chair at the back of a bookshop nobody knows, on a rainy evening in a city that is going to sleep around you. And you are going to sleep too, slowly, gently, without effort, the way everything inevitable happens when you stop trying to make it happen and simply allow it. Let the shop hold you. Let the rain hold you. Let the amber light and the smell of old paper and the weight of all these unread words hold you in this chair, in this evening, in this particular quality of quiet that belongs only to places like this, old, full, forgotten, and somehow exactly right. Your eyes are closed now, or nearly. The difference no longer matters. The rain continues, the lamp burns, the books wait, and you drift, slowly, softly, completely, into sleep. Good night.